No, things haven't calmed at all. I'd say last night there have been, about 150 arrests up and down France, including plenty here in Nanterre. This is the district where the 17-year-old Naël was shot by a police officer. As we've been hearing, that officer is now being placed under formal investigation. The prosecutor has started laying out their case, which says the car that Naël was driving jumped a red light, was stopped by police officers, and that he was then shot as he went to drive off. And they said that was at 8:19 in the morning when he crashed, and that he was formally declared dead just under an hour later. Now that has led to these violent confrontations. There's some evidence of it, I have to say. If you look, let me just show you down here on the road, you can see these scorch marks all over the tarmac. You get this all round Nanterre. These are areas where during the night basically fiery barricades are created, whereas inflammable liquid or bins are put in the road, set on fire in order to disrupt police getting round this area. That happened last night. And also just up the road there, absolutely next to where we are staying here in Nanterre, a depot for an electricity company was set on fire. And as we watched in the small hours between 2 and 4 a.m, a whole series of their vans, I think 8 or 9 of them, were set on fire and exploded right next to us. A conflagration. Fire brigades eventually put that out. But this sort of stuff is happening around France. It's not just Nanterre, it's also Amiens and Lille and Lyon and Toulouse and other places, and of course multiple suburbs of Paris. And this isn't just about the death of this 17-year-old. That is the catalyst for it, but it is also about huge discontent in places like this, mistrust of the police, sense of economic, social, cultural isolation. Literacy levels here are much lower than the rest of France, so is employment levels. There is a disconnect clearly between a place like Nanterre and the French government. That puts Macron in that difficult position, calling for calm, but also aware that he has to be seen to be doing something while also sticking up for the police. And is it going to calm down? I don't necessarily think so. Today there is a march, or at least a protest, an event happening at the Prefecture, effectively the town hall in Nanterre, just near where we are at the moment. And that is important because not only is that a heartbeat of the community, it's just over the square from where this car, Naël crashed his car and died. So that will be a huge focal point for Nanterre, and I suspect a lot of the country will be watching that as well. And the question will be, as darkness falls, what happens here? What happens in the rest of France? Is this going to start to diminish, or will it grow? And I think the lesson we've learned from all these fires is that it takes a small spark to start them, but it's very hard to put them out, whether that is a real fire or whether this is this inflammatory political position that is being used by people to start these conflicts here and across France.